Hey guys. Most scientific evidence, pretty overwhelming scientific evidence, points to the fact that there's a paradigm, I guess we could call it, I'm not sure, but if you study the paradigm of the line of King David of Israel, uh, that it's from all the evidence we have, and what people through communications and prophecy is, which basically is just faithful communications, is it's Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, and that the bodies are cultivated so the spirit can have a body that is similar to the people that came before, no matter how much people try to isolate them through prophecy and things like that, and kill him and replace him and be better than him. And the paradigm, I guess as you would see it, where it replicates itself is extraordinarily similar. You know, the way Moses is, they prophesize that Moses is going to come up and deliver the people from evil, and he steps up and is a better person than all the people that think they're, trying to be good people. And then, of course, it happens again with David, who's supposed to be the spirit of Moses. And then the same thing happens with Jesus. And these things are similar. There's a lot of similarities. The super jocks usually can't beat him and are scared of him and want to try and find ways to cheat to win. And the super geeks don't have as reliable communications, so they're not as humble and faithful and calm and relaxed because they have eternal faith and intelligent as him. And so, and that's similar, with the Moses. He gets the people that are abused away from the abusers, and then helps. It's a really difficult situation, but he handles it through his good, relative, faithful communications. With David, similar. Here comes this guy who's fulfilling prophecy, and people, the selfish people don't want him to be real. The people that need him are, please help us, we need you to protect us from these wacko evil people, just like with Samson, which is similar, kind of in the paradigm, similar. And, well, no, kind of, it is similar. And Jesus is very similar too. The uber jocks and the heroes things are terrified and scared of him, don't want him to come along. And he obliterates the Roman Empire intellectually. And a lot of the paradigms that are going on with me are very similar. There are similar paradigms to Moses and David. There's similar paradigms to Jesus, Job and Jonah. So it remains consistent. And so it proves that the spirit of the Messiah, is consistent. And that, that one lady, you got to admit that the Messiahs and the apostles are a little bit better than all of us. I don't think they're a little bit better. I think, they're in many ways quite a bit better. And that's not a reflection on the Messiah, being a lot better. Well, you can see it now when you watch the basketball games. You watch these kids, and they're arrogant and cocky, and all they can talk about is their basketball game and their money, and how they're going to be great, getting their money playing their basketball game. And there's no talk of, we ought to really live the Lord's Prayer that Jesus commanded us to give us, because it's more perfect than anything I'm doing. And, the only person that's doing that right now that I know of is me. But, and then the books say I was born to do it, and that I would do it, and I'd be under horrible circumstances and overwhelming odds, and stuff, but he does it, And I would, you got to be hopeful. I'm always hopeful, okay? This is the type of person I am. Like, I hate this commercial about you're a brilliant business genius, and it shows these other people, shows this hot supermodel, and then you have these people, no, you get your money like this, and you play your employees. It's like, forgive debt and trespass and love one another, eternal faithful, please, and get your Andy Warhol asses off the fucking television set. That's all you think, and you're like... And then they think, well, if it wasn't for us, our technology wouldn't be at the way it was, because you had to take a lot of cadavers and perform torturous experiments on people with disabilities in order to get the technology just right. You don't think that people would just have an understanding of how their eye works and how their body works, you know, because it works similar in cats and dogs and stuff, and fetal pigs, you know, and stuff. And so a lot of the brain and the eyes and the way they work similarly. So you don't think that people that were curious about this to find out how it works, to see if we could replicate it in technology, that it could be done without as much intense, psychotic, aggressive, compulsive, treacherous, abusive interaction? You don't think so? You don't think that faithful communication could come up with better technological innovations and ideas than people like you? Like, remember, Sam, what do you think? What do you think? Well, Greenspan's an idiot, and I'll tell you why. You know, and that was back in the 1990s. Okay. And trust me, the military had access to all of these conversations. And Sam was the star of the business college at ASU. Okay. But you're also talking about a society that had Tesla's ideas and sat on them until Elon Musk in the 21st sat on them for an entire century almost. You know, because they wanted to sell you combustible engine cars, because the Tesla idea had too many standalone qualities to it that put too many companies out of business, but saved our ecosystem and made it easier for people to afford and buy. You know, it's just, you know, and then you get Musk, who gets it, and he charges like $200,000 a damn car. Okay. And it's crazy watching you people yell and scream over these narcissists playing basketball for lots of money. I dropped out because they were crazy, and also I realized, you know, that, you know, when I thought about playing, I thought, you know, I was going to try to. This was my actual thought process, that I was going to have kids that played basketball be able to, you know, pay for their parents to have a night off from work and come to the games and get them tickets so they could get an idea of what it was like, and what the business was like and what the people were like, and come and meet us. And then I would negotiate my contracts to make my contract kick back into my teammates' salaries, so the guys making less would make more, and then I wouldn't make as much as most of the other stars. And I would kick in a lot of my revenue to the people that worked in and around our arena and to help sustain our business and help keep us going and stuff, just to put back into it so it came back to us. Because I knew I was only going to make a ton of money for a short amount of time, and I would have left, and I would have used it just to, you know, like what I said, I played 4 years pro, coached 4 years in college, and then became a teacher, more than likely a high school teacher, because I still liked to coach, and coaching wouldn't require recruiting, and it wouldn't require plane trips. It just require bus rides, you know. So, you know, close, and, you know, and I have the same days off as my kids, and summers off with my kids, and lots of time to enjoy loving my wife, because that's what it's all about when it comes to it. You know, you love your wife, you love your kids, and then you just keep on loving. But you guys got to understand, you know, just how important the Lion King David is. And I do believe the stories are real, and I do believe I'm the fulfillment of those stories. And if we have one more M. Night Shyamalan movie, aren't any of you guys going to scream? Because this guy's imagination is as fucked as Stephen King's. Anything to make money, to creep you guys out. And did you ever think that maybe this is based off of a connection to people that spy into your house to gain sexual access to your children? Because your children wouldn't regularly go out with them because they're too fucking, they spy on you to try to manipulate you, and that's really creepy. Did you ever think? You think? What do you think? Greenspan's an idiot, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I love you guys. Peace.